Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is Dr. Mahmoud Ahmed, and today we do IELTS Cambridge test reading number 4. This is, of course, academic reading. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's about research using twins. Interesting. Move to the passage. Questions 1 to 4. Number 1. It should be there. There may be genetic causes for the differences in how young the skin of identical twins look like. Okay. Now we should decide on the keywords. What are the keywords here? First keyword is genetic causes. I think the most important keyword is skin of identical twins. Skin of identical twins. These are the most important keywords. Let's get back to the passage and look for these keywords. As we know, the true, false, not given question is moved by order. So we will start from the first paragraph. Here it is. Looking skin. Skin, for example, must be due to environmental factors. I don't know what. Okay. What does the question say? The question says there may be genetic causes for the differences. Genetic causes for the differences in how young the skin of identical twins looks. Okay. Okay. Difference between them. One twin having younger looking skin, for example. Any difference between them, one twin, for example, must be due to environmental factors. So the cause is what? Environmental factors, not genetic. Okay, environmental factors. So here the answer is environmental factors. So this is opposite this sentence. So this sentence is false. Okay. I don't know what is it. Might be C today. False. Okay. Question 2, twins are at greater risk of developing certain illnesses like non-twins than non-twins. So illnesses, this is a keyword, and we would like to see which is more at the risk of developing diseases. Let's see, get back to the passage. Alternatively, comparing the experience of identical twins. Ailment. Ailment means what? Ailment means disease. Ailment means disease. So this is it. It's here. Let's get back and see. It says if identical twins are more similar to each other with respect to an ailment than fraternal twins are, then vulnerability to the disease must be rooted, at least in part, in heredity. Okay, so here what does it say here? Okay. Get back to the question. Twins are at greater risk of developing certain illnesses. It doesn't say twins or non-twins which are at more risk. Okay, it doesn't say. So this is not given. Okay, this is not given because the passage does not compare between twins and non-twins, which is more at the risk of developing diseases. Okay, so let's move to number 3. Bouchard advertised in newspapers for twins who had been separated at birth. So let's look at Bouchard and let's see separated at birth, twins who were separated at birth. Let's get back and see. Here it is. And his colleagues used, I don't know what. Let's see if it was mentioned before. No. Thomas Bouchard, yes, here, in what became known as Minnesota study of twins. Numerous tests were carried out. They were Bouchard, colleagues used mountain. Nothing about newspapers or advertisement. I think we have gone so far. So maybe it's not given. So what do we do if we are in doubt? What do we do if we are in doubt if it's not given or given in one way or another? We move to number 4, okay? And then we get back to number 3. Epigenetic processes are different from both genetic and environmental processes. So we will look for epigenetic processes and see also environmental processes, okay? Get back to the passage. Here it is, epigenetic processes. So here is number 4. Okay, pay attention. This is where number 4 is, okay? And this is where number 2 is, ailment, correct? So number 3 must be here, somewhere here. We looked here before. Have we found anything about the newspaper advertisement? No. So number 3 is definitely not given. Number 3 here is definitely not given. Okay, how do we know? Again, how do we know number 3 is not given? We located where number 2 is. We located where number 4 is, and then it means number 3 is between them. We didn't find anything about newspaper advertisement, so it's not given. Now move to number 4. Epigenetic processes are different from both genetic and environmental processes. Okay. Epigenetic processes are chemical reactions tied to neither nature nor nurture, but representing what researchers have called third and unknown component. Yes, it's not nature. Not nature. Nature means genetic, nor nurture. Nurture means environment. It's a third component, so it's different from nature or nurture, different from environment or genes. So it is different, are different from both genetic and environmental processes. Yes, this is true. This is true. Number 4 is true. It's a third component. Okay? Got it? Good. Now move to question number 5. Yes, we would like to see these sentences are back to whom? Galton or Bouchard or Reed? Get back to the passage. First question. Invented a term used to distinguish 2 factors affecting human characteristics. So he invented a term, he coined some term to distinguish between the 2 factors affecting human characteristics. Get back to the passage and see who did this. Not in the first column, second column. And coined the phrase nature or nurture. To coin a phrase or to coin a term means to invent a term. Okay, so it's here. Who did this? Galton. Okay, so you get back to number 5 and you write, can you write the answer here, Galton? If you do this, you lose the mark. You write A. And A stands for Galton. Okay? The answer is A. It's not Galton, it's A. And A stands for Galton. Clear? Number 6, expressed the view that the study of epigenetics will increase our knowledge. Expressed the view that epigenetics increase the knowledge. Okay, increase knowledge. Okay, get back to the passage. We're done with Galton and we'll move forward because we have not seen something like this before. Move forward. Here, maybe. Not here. Not so far. Not yet. Second column. Not here. Read Thomas. He was years ago, heart disease or totally entirely lifestyle. Twins have an odd effective effects on people actually born with this work in genetics promise to take our okay, look here, promise to take our understanding even further, to develop the understanding, develop the knowledge. What I like to say is that nature writes something in pencils and pen. She says things written. Okay, so it develops the understanding. It develops the knowledge. So I think it's three. Twins studies have allowed us to be more reflective about what people what born we. Okay, it's read, definitely read. Okay, so we get back to the question, and number 6 is read. So read is number C. You cannot write read. Okay. Number 7, developed a mathematical method of measuring genetic influences. Mathematical method. It's about mathematics. Okay. Get back to I saw something about statistics or something. When I was scanning. Let's get back to the passage and see. Where was it? I don't remember. Not here. Second column maybe. I don't know. You use mountain of data to identify twins affected by genetic makeup and approaches. A statistical concept. Statistics means mathematics. Okay? So the one who used mathematics was Bouchard. So the answer is B. Developed a mathematical method, B. Okay? Bouchard. Pioneered research into genetics using twins. Who is the one who pioneered research? I think it's the one who started it. We read it before. The one who started was Galton. In 18, I don't know what. So he is Galton. We don't need to get to the passage. Pioneered the research. The one who started the research is Galton. So it's A. It's A. Carried out research into twins who had lived apart. Okay, twins who were separated. We went through this before also. So get back to the passage and see who is the one who did research on twins who were separated. Here it is. With the arrival of studies into identical twins who had been separated at birth and reunited as adults. Who did this again? Galton. Yes, Galton again. Okay, so it's again number B. It's B. It's A, I'm sorry. This is Galton. Yes, had been separated at birth. No, wait a minute. And coined the phrase, but twins studies took surprising twist in the 1980s with the arrival of studies into identical twins who had been separated over 2 decades. Yes. I think the passage here is pretty tricky. Twins studies took surprising twist in the 1980s with the arrival of studies into identical twins who had been separated at birth and reunited as adults over 2 decades. 137 sets of twins which visited Tom Bouchard labs and to become Minnesota study. Now the one who did this is Bouchard, not Galton, because Galton was in 1875. Of course, he did not live until the 1980s to carry out this research. The one who did this was Bouchard. So, number what? What is the number of this question? Number 9 is B. Number 9 is B. It's not A, because it was done in the 1980s. Okay. Next question. Complete. Epigenetic processes. We know how to locate it in the passage. We already gone through it. We have already gone through it. In epigenetic processes, influence is space influence the activity of our genes. What influences the activity of our genes? Okay. In epigenetic processes, we need to know what influences the activity of our genes. Get back to the passage. Here it is, epigenetic processes. We remember where it was. Are chemical reactions tied to neither nature nor nurture, but representing what researchers have called the third component. These reactions influence how our genetic code is expressed. Influence these reactions, chemical reactions influence how our genetic code is expressed. So what influence the code or the genes? Chemical reactions. Okay, get back to the question and choose. Nurture, no. Chemicals, maybe. Organs, environment, code, no. Code means the genes. Behavior, so it's D, chemicals. So number 10 is D. Okay, what influences, what affects the activity of the genes? The chemical reactions, which means chemicals. Okay, for example, in creating our internal what? Our internal what? Creating our internal what? Get back to the passage. Turned on off by the bones, brain. How genes is strengthened or weakened, even turned on or off, to build our bones, brains, and all other parts of our bodies. So the internal means the parts of the body. Okay, this means internal. It says here bones, brains, and all other parts of the body. So it must be organs. Yes, organs. This is the closest thing. So the answer is B. Again, I have to remind you, if you write the answer organs, you lose the mark, you lose the grade. What is the answer here? It's organs, or B. Okay, number 12. The study of epigenetic processes is uncovering a way in which our genes can be affected by our what? Okay, the study of epigenetic processes is uncovering. This is an important word. What's this? Not yet. Is uncovering. This is an important keyword. A way in which our genes can be affected by what? By our what? So uncovering is a keyword. The genes is affected by what? This is another keyword. Get back to the passage. If you think DNA is responsible for a particular noted trait, determine one of the study epigenetics is revolutionizing the understanding of biology, revealing means uncovering a mechanism by which the environment directly impacts, means affects. Impact means so here it is. It must be here because we have the word revealing and we have the word impact. Okay, which means uncovering. Revealing means uncovering, and impact means influence or affect. A mechanism by which we would like to know what affects the genes. This is what we're looking for here. Mechanism by which the environment directly impacts on genes. So what affects the genes? Environment. Very clear. So we get back to the question and choose the word environment. Nurture, environment. Simple, very clear. I think this is very clear. Number 12, environment, which is E. One example is that if a pregnant rat suffers stress, the newborn rat may later show problems in its what? In its what? So I'll get back to the passage and see the rat. Looking for a rat. When a rat experiences stress during pregnancy, it can cause epigenetic changes in fetus that lead to behavioral problem. So problems in the behavior. Get back to the choice, to the question, and choose behavior, which is number F. Okay, behavioral problems means problems in the behavior, and here is the answer, which is number F. I have to remind you again, do not write the word behavior, write only F. Okay, now we are done with section 1. Section 2, an introduction to film sound. Oh, this is a hard one. In the first paragraph, the writer makes a point that what? Okay, get back. The director should be sound. It would be wrong to overlook contribution. The sound, the music industry can have a beneficial knowledge. It is important for those working in sound to have soul. Okay, get back to the passage. Paragraph 1, this is paragraph 1. Okay, let's see. Let's scan it quickly. Scan paragraph 1 quickly. The entire soundtrack consists of the essential ingredients. Effect topics essentially effect. Okay. Okay. Number 14. The director should plan the soundtrack. No. It would be wrong to overlook the contribution of soundtrack. I think so. I think this was mentioned. Let's see number C. The music industry can have a beneficial influence. No. It is important for those working in the sound and film to have a sole responsibility of it. No. This was not. So I think it's number B. It would be wrong to overlook the contribution. Why choose overlook the contribution? There were keywords in the passage that tell you this is the answer. To underestimate. What is to underestimate? Overlook the importance, which is the contribution of film sound. So underestimate means to overlook, and importance means contribution of film sound. So the answer is definitely number B. Okay. Number 15. One reason that the writer refers to Humphrey Bogart is to exemplify what? The importance of the actor appearing to similar responsibilities, personalities, the audiences which that actor role, the value of the actor having had similar feelings, the audience's preference to dialogue. Okay, let's get back to the second paragraph and see. Let us start with dialogue. In case with drama, often characterization, audience perceives little difference between the character. No, this is the third paragraph. This is the second. Oh, no, I was right. This is the second paragraph. Thus, for example, the actor Humphrey Bogart is the character Sam Spade, film personality. This is the example. And life personality seem to merge. Perhaps this is because the very texture of the performance voice supplies the element of the character. Okay. Okay. So it says here, one reason that the writer refers to Humphrey is the importance of the actor and the character. Yes, similar personalities. This is what the question is saying, what the passage is saying, I'm sorry. Look at the passage again. It says here, as in the case with the stage drama, dialogue serves to tell the story and expresses the feelings of the motivation. Often within characterization, the audience perceives little difference between the character and the actor. No difference between the character and the actor. Here it is. Okay? Thus, for example, film personality and life personality seems to merge. The film personality and the life personality seems to merge. Okay? So I think this is why we choose number A. Number 16. In the third paragraph, the writer suggests that. In the third paragraph, get back to the third paragraph and let's see what the writer is trying to suggest. When voice texture fits the performer's whole what? And very realistic person emerges. Okay, a whole realistic persona emerges. The viewer sees not actor working, but another human being struggling with life. It's interesting. Not the the highly successful, evident, banal. It was banal and little intrinsic. Okay. In this, what Thomas? Okay, let's get back to the question and choose. He's suggesting what audiences are likely to be critical of film dialogue that cannot reflect their own experience. I don't think so. Nothing is mentioned like this in the passage. A film dialogue that appears to be dull may have a specific purpose. Maybe. Number C, filmmakers vary considerably in the skills? No. The most unsuccessful film or not successful film are those. I think it's number B because it says the word dull, the dialogue that appears dull may have specific purposes. Dull. Okay, we have the word banal here, which means dull. Here it says, yes, little dialogue was evident, and most of it was banal, and of little intrinsic interest. So it was not interesting, it was boring and dull. In this way, the filmmaker was able to portray what Thomas, I don't know, this person, and Vivian Shavin call in an introduction to film. So yes, the director had a message through the banal or the dull dialogue. So the answer is number B. Number 17. What does the writer suggest about bringing up baby? I think it's a movie because in italics. Their plot suffers from the filmmaker's wish. The dialogue helps. There is mismatch between the speed of the dialogue and the nature of the dialogue. Okay, let's get back and look for bringing up baby. We stopped at paragraph 4. Let's move 3. Let's move to the comedy Bringing Up Baby, on the other hand, presents practically non-stop dialogue, delivered at big speed. This use of dialogue underscores that there is, but also the audience bounced from gag to gag and conversation. This time, the audience reflection. There was no time for caught up in whirlwind. Simply managing to follow the plot. The film presents pure escapism. Okay, frenetic dialogue. Frenetic means very speedy. So I think the dialogue was very speedy. This is what the writer is trying to tell us. What does the writer suggest about the plot suffers from filmmakers' wish to focus? No. The dialogue helps to make us best comedy film? No. There is mismatch between the speed of the dialogue and the speed. Yes, very true. This is what actually was said in the paragraph. Was a mismatch between, and he said the audience was jumping from gag to gag, from conversation to conversation. So I think it's number C. Number 18, the writer refers to the click of the door to make point that the realistic sounds. Okay, let's look at the click of the door. We stopped here, not here. Okay, it's the following page. Click of the door, we're looking for click of the door. The click of the door being opened may simply serve to convince the audience that the image portrayed is real, and the audience may only subconsciously note the expected sound. However, if the click of the opening door is an action, such as burglary, the sound mixer may call attention to the volume. This helps engage the audience in a moment of suspense. Okay, so get back to the question. Are often used to give the audience false impression? No. Maybe interpreted in different ways to be different members of the audience? No. Maybe modified in order to manipulate audience response? Maybe. Tend to be more significant, realistic. I remember I saw the word realistic, so it's either C or D. Number C, it says maybe modified to manipulate the audience's response, or tend to be more significant in films representing realistic situations. Get back to the passage and let's see. It says here, click of door being open may simply serve to convince the audience that the image portrayed is real. Convince the audience that it is real, okay? And the audience may only be subconsciously noting sound. However, the click open is part of audience action, such as burglary sound may call attention to the click with an increase. Here is increase in volume. So increase in volume means what? To modify the click of the door. This helps to engage the audience, manipulate the audience. Okay, so it's number C. Manipulate the audience. Can be modified. Modified to what? To do what? To raise the voice, the volume, okay? In order to manipulate the audience's response. So it's number C. Number 19, true, false, not given again. Audiences are likely to be surprised if a film lacks background music. Okay, we'll move forward because we have not seen it before. Not here. It says here, which has become the music. which has become ubiquitous, means it is very familiar, to be noticeable in its absence. So if it's absent, it will be noticed. The audience will feel there is something wrong. Okay? So what does it say here? Audiences are likely to be surprised if a film lacks background. Yes, of course, true. This is what the passage says. It's ubiquitous. True. Background music may anticipate a development in a film. Background music may anticipate a development in a film. Okay, get back to the passage and see. We stopped here. Let's move forward. Background music often foreshadows a change in mood. Foreshadows a change in mood. For example, okay, so can it anticipate a development in a film? Of course, true. True. Get back to the move to number 21. Background music has more effect on some people than others. It has effect on people more than others. Let's get back to the passage and see. Okay, approaching, but not background music may aid viewer understanding by linking scenes. For example, a particular musical theme associated with individual character situation with values. No. Film sound comprises conventions. No, there is nothing here about one person over the other until the end of the passage. So it's definitely not given because it does not compare between people over others. So it's not given. Audiences tend to be aware of how the background music is affecting them. Okay, let's see. Audiences are aware or not of how background music is affecting them. I think there was something about conscious here. The effect of sound is largely subtle. The effects of sound is often largely subtle. What is subtle? Subtle means unseen, vague, and often are noted by only our subconscious. So we are not aware of it. It's subconscious, not conscious, unaware. We need to foster an awareness. Okay, let's get back to the question. It says audiences tend to be aware. No, because it's in the subconscious. Of whether is affecting them. No, it's subtle and in the subconscious. So the answer here is false. Okay. Okay, false. We're still in this passage. Audiences' responses to differentiate parts of a film can be controlled. The audience's responses to different parts of the film can be controlled. Okay. Complete. Okay, write a letter. The audience's responses, I'm reading it again, I don't know, I lost attention, to different parts of a film. The audience response to different parts of a film can be controlled. Okay. Get back to the passage. Not here. Not in the first column. See the second column. Not. No. Not yet. Not yet. Not here. Okay, last column. So the response is controlled. For example, a particular musical theme associated with individual characterization may be repeated at various points, different parts of the film, in order to remind the audience of salient motifs or ideas. So here it is. It's here. For example, a particular musical theme associated with an individual character. Okay. Get back to the choices and see. When the audience listens to the dialogue, no. If the film reflects the audience, no. If voice, sound, and music are combined appropriately, I think so, yes. Yes, number C. So number 24 is C. 24, C. Next, the feelings and motivations of characters become clear. Feelings and motivations of characters. Okay, I saw it before. We passed through feelings and motivations of the characters in the first page, I think. Where? Let's see the first column. Expresses feelings and motivation of characters as well. Let's start with the dialogue. As is the case with stage drama, dialogue serves to tell the story and expresses feelings. And so, okay, it's the dialogue. Feelings and motivations of the character. So, number 24, the feelings and motivation of the character become clear when the audience listens. Yes, it's number A. Number A. 25A. 26, a character seems to be a real person rather than an actor. Real person, I also remember we passed through this with this Bogart, I think, or I don't know whom. Let's get back to the first page. And very realistic person emerges. Viewers see, let's move before this. The first of the, when voice textures fits the performance physiognomy and gestures, a whole voice textures, okay? A whole and very realistic persona emerges. Here see the character working at his craft, with another man being struggling. Okay, so where's the question? A character seems to be a real person, rather than an actor. When audience listens, if the film reflects the audience, no. Whether how the audience will respond when the actor's appearance, yes, appearance, voice, and moves are consistent with each other. Because the physiognomy is appearance, it means the face, voice, and moves, okay? It's gestures are consistent with each other. These are the keywords. Get back to the passage, okay? I'll show you again. Physiognomy and gestures. Okay? It means face or appearance, and gestures, sound, and body movements. So it is number E. It's number E. Okay, good. Now we move to passage 4. Is it yes, passage 3, I'm sorry. Differences between languages, highlight impressiveness. Oh, yes, headings for paragraphs. Oh, yeah, headings for paragraphs. Now we will scan paragraph A. Scan paragraph A. I'll make the text a little bit larger. Language or eventual significance achieved depend on language and originates from it. So it's the most important invention. Without language, we could never have embarked on our ascent. Okay. Okay. Differences between language highlights? No. The way in which few sounds are organized? No. Why the sound used? No. Apparently incompatible? No. When even silence? No. Why language is why language is the most important invention of all? So this is number A. 27A. It says here it's the most important invention ever. Okay. Paragraph B. What language is foremost? Not just because it came first, and it's all right. It's a tool of extraordinary sophistication. So it's very sophisticated. When you look for headings, something very important you need to know. When you look for headings, you need to read the first sentence or the first couple of sentences very carefully, because these are the topic sentences. These are the keys for the paragraphs. So when you read a paragraph, you would like to know the heading of the paragraph. You have to focus very well on the first couple of sentences, especially the first sentence. So the first sentence here, it says extraordinary sophistication, ingenious simplicity. So it's sophisticated and simple. This marvelous invention of composing 25 or 30 sounds, that infinite variety of expressions. So you read the first couple of sentences carefully, and then you scan the rest of the paragraph. Okay? Language is mankind's great invention. Okay. So basically, it's about how simple it is and how sophisticated it is. Differences between language highlights? No. The way in which few sounds? No. Why the sounds use different languages? No. Apparently incompatible characteristics? Yes. Incompatible characteristics. Simplicity and sophistication. Even silence? No. The universal ability? Yes. It's definitely number 4. Okay. Four. Why did I write in the last question A? It was not A. It was 6. I'm sorry. It was a stupid mistake. Number C, paragraph C. Get back to number C. Paragraph C. This is it. Language often seems so. We said we have to read the first sentence carefully and then scan the rest of the paragraph. The first sentence, or first couple of sentences. Language often seems to be skillfully drafted and other than preferred, and the work of a master craftsman. How else an instrument makes such out of barely 3 dozen amazingly morsels of sound. It's about sounds in themselves. These can themselves. Yes, there was something about sounds. Very clear. Why the sound used in different languages? No. Apparently incompatible. No. Even silence, differences between language highlights. The way in which, number 2, the way in which few sounds are organized to convey a huge meaning. So number C is 2, it's very clear. I hope you guys are following. Number D, the most extraordinary thing about language, however, is that it does not have to be genius to set its wheels in motion. The language machines, everybody, from pre-modern foragers to subtropical savanna. Okay, so everybody speaks language. There was something about this here. Differences between language highlights the way in which, why the sound apparently incompatible, everything. The universal ability to use language. Reminds me of universal grammar for Chomsky. Okay, number 7. Next, number E. We're done with number D, yes? Yes. Now, the most extraordinary thing about language? Yes, okay. Number E. Often it is only the estrangement of foreign tongues, with many foreign tongues, foreign languages. There was something about foreign languages in the headings, but let's read the first sentence fully first. Whether many exotic and outlandish features that brings home the wonder of language design. Build up for the breathtaking length and sentence. The Turkish word, I don't know what to take. Example means nothing less than you. In case, okay. There was something about foreign languages. So apparently it's differences between languages highlight their impressiveness. Yes, so it's paragraph E, number 1. It says here, difference between languages like the Turkish languages. I don't know what, so it's paragraph 1, choice number 1. Paragraph F. Paragraph F, the last paragraph. And if that sounds like off-free, consider Sumerian. You first compare the Turkish. Again, talking about differences in foreign languages. The word made it effective. Okay. I don't know. It's a bit tricky. We took number 1, we took number 2, we took number 3. Number 3, no, we're not taken. Why the sound used in different languages are not, no, it does not say anything about it. The universal ability, even silence can be meaningful. So it's either number 3 or number 5. I don't think it's number 3, but number 5, I don't know. Difficult also. Again, then the answer would be nothing, would be to be nothing, mind you. A very particular kind of nothing. So nothing means silence maybe. The nothing that stands in the empty slot in the middle. So the empty slot, it means silence, okay? Technology is to fine-tuned, okay. Okay, so it's silence. Even silence has a meaning, which is number 5. Which is number 5. Okay, move to the next question. Marvelous invention, the importance of language. The wheel is one invention. This was in the first paragraph. The wheel is one invention that has had a major impact on what? Aspects of life. Major impact on what aspects of life? But the all kind of place other inventions like the wheel, agriculture, science, bread, may have transformed our material existence. So transformed means a large impact on what? On our material existence. Okay? I think it's very clear. The question says it has an impact on what? An impact means transformed. What? Our material existence. So let's get back and write this answer. Major on. It says here, again, we will choose. We will not complete with one word or two words. On difficult, on admired, on fundamental aspects of life, maybe complex aspects of life, material. Yes, material aspects of life. Material aspects of life. So the answer for number 33, again, I have to remind you, if you write the word material here, you lose the mark. You have to write E, only E. But no impact has been as what? As that of language, as huge, as big, as influential, difficult, admired, fundamental. Fundamental. Yes, G. We don't have to get back to the passage to read it because we have already gone through it. G. Language is very what? Language is very what? Yet composed of just small number of sounds. Language is very, we read it before. We said it's very complex, it's very sophisticated, but very simple. Okay? So I think the answer is complex. Number 35 is G. I think there is something wrong in this test because normally passage 3 has to be the most difficult one, but I see that this passage is easier than passage 2. I don't know, maybe because it's about language and I'm a linguist, so maybe this is why. I don't know. Language appears to be what? To use. However, its sophistication is often overlooked. Maybe what? Language appears to be what? To use. Complex material, original, easy. However, its sophistication is often overlooked. We need to get back to the passage and see whether it's easy or difficult. I think we are trapped between these two choices. So let's get back to the passage and see. No, not here. Get back. This marvelous invention of composing two people. Its own to extraordinary sophistication, yet based on an idea of genius simplicity. I think simplicity, I don't know. I think it's easy. I think it's easy. Yeah, language appears to be easy, however, its sophistication is often overlooked. Easy. And yeah, so the answer is F. Because here it says, in the passage it says simplicity. Okay? Okay, last questions. Mind you, there is something here. The questions here are yes, no, not given. Not true, false, not given. It's yes, no, not given. Pay attention. This is very dangerous. If you write in your answer sheet, true, false, not given, you lose the mark. So you have to stick to the codes given here. Yes, no, not given. 37 human beings might have achieved the present position without language. We don't have to get back to the passage. We have read it before, that this was the greatest human invention. It's very fundamental. I don't know what, so 37 is definitely no. because it's against what is written in the first paragraph. Get back to the first paragraph. It says here, all other inventions pale in significance, since everything we have ever achieved depends on language. Everything depends on language and originates from it. So without language, we would have never invented anything. So the answer here is no. Human beings might have achieved without language, no. Number 38, the Port Royal grammarians did justice to the nature of language. Port Royal grammarians, I remember we passed through this. Let's scan it in the passage and let's see whether they did justice to the nature of language or not. It's not in the first paragraph, of course. In the second paragraph, let's see. Yes, here it is. Port Royal, Abbey near Versailles. This was, okay, let's get back a little bit. One has allowed to disclose the secret and to make known, cannot imagine, and all the various all this is how in 1960 French grammarians Port Royal near Versailles distilled the essence of language. Yes, and no one has celebrated more eloquently the multitude achievement, even so the fault of human praise for the homage of language, unique accomplishment. Okay, so these people respected language, they celebrated language, they paid homage to language. So they were fair, they were just, they were fair or just. Yes, they did justice. Yes, of course, because they celebrated language and they paid homage to language, as the passage says. So this is yes. A complex idea can be explained more clearly in a sentence than in a single what? In a single word. Okay, a complex idea can be explained in a sentence. I don't know. Let's get back to the passage and see. Paragraph C. No. Paragraph D. No. Paragraph E. A single word or a sentence to express complex ideas. Again, no. F. No, it's nowhere, so it's definitely not given, because it's nowhere in the passage. It's not given. 39. Not given. Okay, see what I did? I wrote here false. It should be no. Okay. The Sumerians were responsible for starting the recording of events. They were responsible for the start of recording of events. This is where the Sumerians were mentioned, the Euphrates. From 5,000 years ago, people invented writing and thus enabled the documentation of history. Enabled the documentation of history. They were the one who enabled the documentation of history. So the question here says, the Sumerians were responsible for starting recording of events. Yes, because they were the ones who started documentation of history, and so the answer here is yes. Okay, so this is the end of this test. Thank you very much. Wait for me for the listening in the next passage. If you have questions or problems, please email me on Mahmoud Ibrahim 1405 @gmail.com. Okay, thank you.